So here is the rear of the bumper, and you can see here this is the split. And if you compare it to the other side, there is quite a large bit missing. So I will be making up a bit of fiberglass. So I've got this fiberglass kit here. It's supposed to bond to pretty much everything, and this is what comes in the kit. So you got your resin there at the bottom and the fiberglass at the top. It comes with a nice little brush and spreader, and also some gloves so it doesn't go on my hands. I then have some of this sticks all. I got this from Tool Station so that I can fit the side arch on. Not this one, this is just the mock-up that I've got. The broken one, I actually have, I'll just grab it from behind. I actually have this one to go on. So this one goes on here like so. I actually have this one to go on. So this one goes on here like so, and then it leaves me that bit to attach to, and if that'll stay where it will, stay there. So I've made up this. It's just from this little sheet that I've used for this front grille. I had some spare, so I've made up this. It's just a curved piece that I've sort of cut some slits in so that it bends correctly. That's going to slot into there like that. Just to keep it in place for now, I'm going to use some cable ties at the top. This bit here, put some cable ties in. So I'll cover this in fiberglass on this side and the other side too. Then I can use some maybe matte black paint or wrap or something like that to cover it. But it'll just be this bit that's in the way, so not too bad. We've got the sticky adhesive in one of the dispensers, and I've used it with two clamps just on the remaining bit of bumper or diffuser at the front here. So this is sort of applied behind the bumper or behind the diffuser. You can see a few scrapes down there. That will get sanded down and corrected soon. So this should hopefully sort of secure it so that when I start applying the fiberglass, it's actually in line with the old bumper, and you know, it won't peel away anytime soon, because I've used a lot of adhesive. So hopefully that works okay. The rest of the cable ties seem to be pretty strong. Like I'm moving that and it's moving the entire bumper, so that's good. And then yeah, obviously, so this is the new trim that's going on the side, and we'll go against there like that, and that matches up really quite neatly. Here we go. So here are all of the clamps on this this lip at the side here. You can see if I rotate this where I've fiberglassed and patched over the broken splitter. So this will all be filled and sprayed black in the future. I just wanted to make sure that it's all intact for now. So I'll show you what it looks like from the back. Excuse the mess. So on the back, obviously at the beginning, I cable tied the metal piece, you know, just for a little bit of structure to begin with. Then I've fiberglassed over the top with, I think, 5 layers, and that's really solid actually. I was genuinely impressed with how that turned out. This is my first time using fiberglass. And then, of course, I've used this sticks all, bond all of this, I suppose. So that sticks all is all the way inside here behind, well, in between, obviously sandwiched, hence the clamp, all the way along the edge and all the way on the other side as well. So I'll leave this overnight, hopefully to cure, come back in the morning and see how it looks. So now that we come back in the morning, this is all nice and dry. This is really solid, which is fantastic. This is held in place really well too, and there's no gap along the edge of the bumper, which is fantastic. And that's why I used those clamps, just to ensure that. So now we are left with this rather unsightly looking fiberglass. So what I've done is I've gone out and bought this. big boy plastic flexi fillers that will fill over all of this over here, and then I've also bought some sandpaper of loads of different grades, so you got fine, medium and harsh, so to get this back smooth, and then I have some primer, and a few other different spray paints down here. The one that I'm going to be using is this one because I already know that it comes out as like a matte look. It doesn't matter that it's heat resistant, it's just a very nice matte look paint, so that's what I'll be using today. So this is jumping ahead a little bit. So this is the filler, and what I've done is I followed the instructions. It says use half a tub for half a tube. So obviously if you use quarter of a tub, use quarter of a tube, and so on. Mixed it all up using the little plastic piece that they give you. This is already quite hard because it's been about 5 minutes or so now since I started this, but I've applied it all the way over. This was just the fiberglass before, so obviously I filled it now. I've not done a perfect job, obviously that's what the sandpaper is for afterwards, but what I'm going to do now, I'm going to leave this for about an hour or two, just to sort of fully harden and set, and then what I'm going to do is just build up another layer afterwards. This sort of started to harden a little bit too fast, so this bit is okay. I'm happy with how this feels. It's not too different compared to you know, the original spoiler, the original splitter rather. So because this is quite similar to the original level of the splitter already, this should be fine, but obviously I just want to sort of build this up down here a little bit more, and also fill this in just so that it's a nice smooth round edge, which is what is this side. So like I said, I'm just going to leave this for about an hour or two and then come back, do the other layer, and then yeah, sort of see how it goes, and then later on today I'll be getting sanding down, just to sort of smooth this over, make it all nice and soft like this one. However, you can see a few sort of chips and things along here, so whilst I've got the plastic filler out, I might give that a go, just to sort of smooth that over as well, get some paint going, and make all of it nice and smooth and flush all the way along, since I'm doing this now anyway. So here we are with the final coat of filler done. That's gone really nicely. You can see there's a few rough spots here, so that's what the sandpaper's for. So I'll get the masking tape on here to protect the bumper, and same on the side arch. Get that all nice and smooth, and then we'll be ready for paint, which will be great. And here we are halfway through. It's super smooth. I'm really happy with how it's coming out. So as I said, we've done the top half here. A little bit here to do that I'm going to do by hand because the sanding block that I'm using isn't working too well for these little small bits. So I'll use the manual approach, and then I've just got this little bit to do down here, but obviously the top part started off like this, so that'll be looking the same when I'm finished, and yeah, really close now. Here we go, and here is sanded all the way down, super smooth now, pretty even as well, which I'm really happy about. I've only used the P40 and a little bit of the P80 grit so far. I'm going to use a bit more P80 just to get this a bit more smoother, a bit softer. Use the sanding block just to make sure this is a round curve, rather than, you know, I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'm sure when it's actually painted you can see that there might be a little bit of unevenness going on. So with the sanding block, that'll be great. And then, so I've got the P80 to go, and then last of all the 120.